Hey folks, welcome to Find Your Sunshine. I'm Sally, your host, your cheerleader, single mama, and believer in finding joy no matter what life throws your way. This is a space where we keep it real, laugh through the chaos, and remind each other that we are stronger than we think. So whether you're here for a little encouragement, some honest talk, or just a good laugh, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and find your sunshine together. Let's go. Hey folks, welcome back to Find Your Sunshine. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. You have no idea. I can't believe this is the third episode. I'm so excited. I'm such an girl, aren't I? You wouldn't believe how many times you realize you say the word or some pause or I don't know. It's freaking crazy when you're recording things like this. I truly have got to learn the art of not doing that. It's easier said than done. So, anyways, I'm so happy for you guys to be here. We're going to be talking about a kind of a I don't know if we call it risky subject. No, maybe just a controversial subject today. But first, I definitely want to get back into like what happened this last week, weekly updates. I always love hearing the weekly updates of the people I listen to. So I am excited to share mine. Nothing too crazy this week. Things just kind of were. I had my kids all week long until they went with their dad. And I just have been chilling. But Leprechauns came for them this last week. They were super excited about that. That was so exciting. I launched the second episode, guys. Guys, I'm so proud of me always. And I think that I can't think of the rest. I feel like time goes by so quickly. You think it's not going by fast, and you're like, that was only like a few days ago. It feels like an eternity ago. Almost forgot my second daughter. She had dance competition. She was the cutest, guys. It was her first time doing a solo. Can I just tell you, absolutely darling. She is so so cute. She was pretty nervous because it was her first time competing with a solo. Um, she's just beautiful. She is just beautiful. It was a fun little jazz. It's a fun little jazz routine. She is just has always been a spunky girl, so this fits her perfectly. She'd be beautiful doing a lyrical or anything like that too, but this jazz is just it's just her. It's her, and it's beautiful, and she's so cute, and I love her so much. And she did really good at the team dances too. I think they took first in both of their dances. So exciting for her. And then I hung out with some friends this weekend. I went dancing. I love dancing, guys. Guys, I didn't really get to do this in my 20s. I was married all my 20s, and I live in a area of the world that gets married early, and I didn't do the whole partying thing. And not that I'm partying, but I am dancing, and I love dancing, guys. It's so much fun. It's just freeing. I used when I first started going out with friends and doing that after I got divorced, it was definitely I remember feeling so insecure about it because I'm like, I don't do this. I am a mom of 4 kids. I don't do this, but it is absolutely like it is so fun. So I highly recommend going out with your girlfriends, any of your friends, and just dancing like nobody's watching. I do have to remind myself that it is okay to be silly and not look perfect and not care about anyone around me because I still do. But it was a fun time this weekend and we did not care. And went with one of my friends that is more capable of just not caring. And she reminds me that it is okay to be silly and have fun and just do whatever the heck you want. So it is a good time. I love it. It is so fun. So yes, highly recommended. Don't miss out on life just because you think people care what you look like. Okay. All right, guys. That is my weekly update, and here we are with what this episode's going to be about. I want to talk something that has been on my heart for a while. It is something that I have had to really, I guess, process and understand better. I think it's something that we're all taught to do. And it's a little controversial because people really think this is something they have to do to heal, and I just don't believe it. The idea that forgiveness is the only path to healing or that it will set you free. But spoiler alert, guys, I do not believe that. At least not always. I feel like there's like this pressure in the world, like especially for like women and like moms and like especially in like religion, all that stuff that it's pushed on us that we need to forgive everyone that's hurt us. And it's going to free us from our demons or free us from our sadness. And we've got to do it quickly because if we don't, then it's we just can't heal. We're not moving on fast enough. We're not doing the right thing. but and they want us like to be the bigger person, but that's just not reality, and it's not how most people are probably feeling inside when they do quote unquote forgive or try to be the bigger person. But I call bullshit on that, guys. I do. It's bullshit. You should not have to. Forgiveness doesn't always feel freeing, and it doesn't always make things better. And sometimes I think it can actually like let people off the hook when they do not deserve it at all. So I think that today I'd like to actually dive into what like it looks like to heal without forgiving, because you can do it. And and it is okay, guys. I promise. It's okay. You do not have to forgive to heal. So guys, we've all heard like the saying that forgiveness is for you, not for them, which can be true. And sometimes it works. But sometimes sometimes I feel like that saying just gets like almost weaponized. Like it's like people use it to rush your healing. Like they're they want you to be healed when maybe you're not quite ready to forgive. I've had people tell me before that like you're never going to be free of them until you forgive them. And like it's the final step on like that healing checklist. But like what happens, guys, when someone continues to hurt you or they don't apologize or their actions show that they have not changed. They're still doing the same things that hurt you. And then you're told to forgive them. And that's going to make you feel better. And sometimes you're stuck with these people. You're stuck with these people that keep mistreating you and you can't get out of it because you have kids with them. In my case, I have kids with them and I have to deal with them constantly. And they are wanting me to forgive them, or people are wanting me to forgive them, and I just I just can't. And it's not because I'm unwilling to. It's because they have not earned it from me. They have not shown me that they are sorry, no matter how many times they say it to me. They continue to mistreat me. They continue to act like what they did that hurt me so badly is not a big deal. I They did real damage to me emotionally, mentally, physically, all the things, guys. And I and they have the nerve to ask me to just act like nothing's happened. And and they expect forgiveness like it's owed to them. Like hurting me was just a little bump in the road, and that it doesn't really matter anymore because it's been a year since some things have happened, or they are doing better, or they have quote unquote changed. Well, I sit here and remember every little thing they've done to me. And in fact, the more I think about what happened to me and what they did to hurt me, the more I remember. Because when I was in those moments, I didn't quite see it all, but now I can see it more clearly, and I see that they didn't care about me at all in those moments. And even when they apologized after doing some of those things, they still didn't show that they cared about me, and they still didn't prove that they were sorry or do anything to really fix the issue. They were more concerned about themselves. And I still believe that same thing today. The thing is, guys, like you don't get to hurt me and then ask me to hand over grace just because it makes you feel better. That's just not how it works. It's not. I believe forgiveness it's sacred, like, especially if you want it to be something for healing, and I think people can earn it. It's not just a free pass, it's something you get, not something you just get because time has passed or because you're uncomfortable with guilt. Forgiveness, I think, sometimes has to be earned, especially if they want to be in your life, especially if they want a piece of you, more pieces of you, or to continue to have a relationship with you in any way, even if it's small. But it's not just with words. They can't just say sorry and expect forgiveness. They've got to show it. And I think I know this because I too have made some crappy mistakes. And I've hurt people. I hurt one of my best friends, and I lost her because of it. I lost one of the best people in the world because I made a terrible decision. And I've never been more sorry than I have when I hurt this person. And I have tried every day, and she doesn't know it because I don't want to ever insert myself in her life. She doesn't know how much I strive to make sure she knows I'm so sorry. It is I would do anything to make sure she knew how amazing I think she is and that she never deserved for any hurt to come upon her. And I've regretted it every day. And if she's listening, because she did allow me the chance to apologize to her, and she says she believes me, and I'm so grateful for her grace because she is amazing, guys, and she deserves the world. And if she is listening, I hope she knows that I really do every day. I think of her at least once a day, and probably more. And in all my actions, I make sure I am worthy of that forgiveness. Well, I'm not perfect, and I obviously still make little mistakes here and there, and I'm. This is my first time in life too, but I do know I will do anything to make sure that that person knows that I truly am sorry. But the only reason I can even say that is because I had to acknowledge the harm that I caused. I had to actually take ownership of the harm and the hurt and my bad choices. I had to live with them. I still have to live with them and the consequences, and I have to own them and know how to make it right. But if you cannot do that and you haven't tried to make it right, like, what is someone why are you forgiving them? Are you forgiving the same pattern before, the same pain over and over? Because that's what I was doing. I was I was doing that in my last relationship. I was forgiving the same hurtful pattern, but not anymore, guys. And I want you to hear something I'm about to say. I want you to hear it loud and clear, guys, cuz it's important and I think a lot of us need to hear it. You ready? You can heal without forgiving them. You can. It is possible. You can take back your peace. You can build your life again. You can feel joy again, guys. That you can feel joy without forgiving. You can feel all of that without telling the person that you forgive them, the person that broke you, the person that hurt you. You do not have to do that. You do not have to invite them back into your space. You don't have to invite them in your life. You don't have to pretend like it didn't happen. And you do not have to give them access to your healing. Because that's what they really want, right? They want access to you. But if they have not earned it, they do not deserve it. And sometimes the most like powerful thing you can do is say like I'm going to move on, but not with you in my life. And I do not have to forgive you. Now, I'm not here to tell anyone how to handle their pain. And if forgiveness feels right for you, then go for it. But if you're listening to this and thinking something like that you've been trying to force yourself to forgive someone and it just doesn't sit right. It just doesn't sit right. That maybe, just maybe, you don't have to, guys. Maybe you just need the permission to heal on your own terms, not listen to the outside and listen to yourself. Listen to that intuition you have. I know you have it. It's there. Most of it's in that gut space. So, this is your permission. This is it. You can let go of the resentment without letting go of your boundaries. You can release the weight of what happened without pretending it was okay. And you can grow and thrive even if forgiveness never comes. Because sometimes it just might not. And sometimes protecting your peace, it looks like just walking away. And that's okay. It's enough. I don't want you to ever forget that. Sometimes cutting someone off is actually the most healing choice you can make. Choosing yourself, it is not you being bitter. It is not you being selfish. It is you showing the world that you have boundaries and that you have respect for yourself. You're doing nothing wrong. So, guys, if you're out there holding on to guilt because you haven't forgiven someone, I give you full permission to let it go. You are allowed to heal in your own way, and nobody is allowed to tell you how you should heal. So, guys, I hope you know that you do not have to carry the burden of what they did to you. You do not. You get to choose the way you're healing. You get to choose when you're healed. You get to choose how you heal. You get to choose it all. You're doing amazing, and I do not want you to forget it. Please. Well, guys, thanks for listening today. I hope that this helped someone. I hope that you feel a little less alone, and that if any of this spoke to any of you, or you know somebody who needs this in their life, please share it with them. I am working on trying to get this on other things besides just Spotify. So hopefully soon you'll see this podcast somewhere else and everybody can listen to it. Hopefully soon, guys. It'll be everywhere. Here's your daily reminder to go out there and find your sunshine. Go out there and find something that brings a smile to your face, that brings peace to you, because you are absolutely amazing. You are kind, funny, smart. You are enough. And I will never let any of you forget that. So, talk to you guys next time. As always, if you'd like to share your sunshine moment in any of the comments, please keep spreading that sunshine. I can't wait to hear from you. I love you so much. Bye.